There is propaganda you will hear in this country, especially now, that manifestos don't matter and they are never implemented. And those are coming from the people who did not do the work of preparing a good manifesto. Yeah? So wanaanza kusema manifesto is not important. Wakati waliangalia wakaona hawana manifesto ya inafaa, they started degrading manifestos. The truth is, manifestos matter. And in Kenya, manifestos are implemented. From 1964 to 2002, we were governed by the KANU Independence Manifesto. If you go back to the Lancaster Conference, you will see we came out with a constitution which had devolution, which was called Majimbo. It had structures of equitable development. It was very bottom up, and KANU was against that. KANU wanted a centralized state, top down, and within a year, KANU had demolished the Independence Manifesto and implemented its manifesto as the Constitution of Kenya. And that is what governed this country until 2002, when KANU left power. When Moi came to power, because Moi had been a member of KADU, he had a KADU manifesto. He tried to change the KANU manifesto and bring in a devolved government using something he was calling district focus for rural development. Alikuwa anajaribu kuremta ile manifesto ya KADU. Akashindwa. He was sabotaged. So you could not remove the KANU system until we removed KANU. After KANU, the first time we had a change of government, we had NAC, the Kibaki administration. We wrote a manifesto. We wrote a manifesto with 4 major pillars. Ya kwanza, free education. Nakumbuka? Free primary education, FPE. Ya pili, we wanted to deal with HIV/AIDS and provide free medication for HIV/AIDS. Ya tatu, we promised a new constitution. Fourth, to turn around the economy. FPE implemented. The HIV/AIDS treatment, universal treatment, implemented. Turning around the economy, implemented. Katiba tu ndio tulishindwa. Na sio kushindwa, tulijaribu. Ile katiba ikafanywa ukarabati ikaanguka. But NAC implemented its manifesto. Ngakuja serikali ya Jubilee. Serikali ya Jubilee ilisimama on a manifesto of building infrastructure. Kweli uongo? Has Jubilee built infrastructure? In fact, Jubilee imejenga infrastructure mpaka tukafilisika. And people are saying manifesto is not implemented. SGR walijenga. Wakasema last mile, stima wameongeza from 3 million to 8 million connections. Roads, they said they would build 10,000 kilometers of road. They have built 10,000. Kama Jubilee hainge implement manifesto yake, hatungekuwa na shida ya deni. Shida ya deni imetoka na nini? Imetoka na Jubilee kuimplement manifesto yake. Kwa hivyo msiambiwe na mtu yoyote manifestos are not implemented. Why am I saying that? I am saying that so that watu wajue this manifesto is important. And when you have a manifesto which is written, you can hold like this, which has actionable programs, you can hold your governor accountable.
What has really impressed me is about inclusivity and also public participation. That has been really lacking in our country, even more so in our county. I like his idea of starting from the village getting the ideas and coming up with whatever he has come up with. I'm really impressed, and I know together as the Kenya Kwanza team or UDA, as we are here, that we'll go far. Where there is unity, definitely God commands a blessing.
This other thing you have mentioned about lobbying through the members of parliament, the other national government projects. You remember in the 11th parliament, we did work together when you were also in the National Assembly, and we used to lobby together to push the national government to give projects to Meru. So as the senator, you know, I'll be domiciled in Nairobi. I will really be connecting the other members from the National Assembly as their senator, so that you can be able to move to the government, to the national government, to make sure that you bring many projects to Meru County. Especially if you take, for example, water. There are some dams that we have already identified the last 10 years, but we have not actualized those dams. Those are the dams that will help you as the governor to give people water for irrigation. Therefore, we will be able to push for those dams in Ibole, in Menti, in Tigania Nyambene Hills, and also the other dam in Igembe Central, the Nyambene Forest, so that you can be able to give Meru community enough water.
We believe that no government can have political power without economic emancipation of its people. For us, it is very important, and we can never overemphasize the need to have, economic empowerment of our people, and especially the marginalized, who usually are women, the youths, and people living with disability. We are very intentional on ensuring that we have improved the lifestyle of our people, remembering that 75% of the people living in the rural areas and who are mostly employed under agriculture. If we are able to create an environment where we can create an economic environment that is positive, that can help our people, that can be able to improve the lives of women and the youths and people living with disabilities. And then, of course, under economic empowerment, obviously, as you've heard the governor explaining, that indeed it is important for us to have an economic stimuli for that particular group of people who are obviously marginalized. And if we are able to ensure that at least in every ward we have created a fund for these people, then we will make sure, as he has said, that 30% will be going to the women, the youths, and people living with disability.
The basis of our manifesto is the understanding and recognition of the problems that the Meru people have. Each county has its own unique problems that will require unique solutions that are also homegrown. So after going around Meru, one of the major issues that we are able to identify from our participation and interaction with the people of Meru is that the state of the health systems in Meru are completely collapsed. They are dead, and our general population is not able to access proper health care. We were also able to identify one other major problem, that our people are generally very broke, very poor. Businesses are not doing well, and for that matter, this made us start thinking of how we can have an urgent intervention to restore business to all our people in Meru. This is what informed our pillars in the just launched promise or the manifesto to the Meru people, and we want to address the issue of health care in this county, and ensure that the people of Meru are able to access quick, efficient, affordable health care. Because you all agree with me, medical abuse are so high in this country. They are out of reach from the very common mwananchi, and as a government, because there's a social responsibility to give social services to these people, then it will be our responsibility to ensure the health care system in this completely works, and that is our priority. We know how expensive it is to access health care, and we want to get that burden from the shoulders of the common mwananchi. We were also able to identify that all the money that is sent through or to the county of Meru, other than being utilized here in Meru, being enjoyed by to uplift or being given to uplift businesses in Meru, there has been serious capital flight from Meru to other towns because the current governor and his administration has no touch or doesn't really care about the economy or the stimulative effect of the 10 billion that comes to this county if that money was spent here. So we realized this problem, and it is our common ground. It's an agreement we have made with ourselves and the people that the money that comes here will be used here, will be enjoyed by the people here so that they can grow Meru, and really the people are able to enjoy the national cake through provision of services and sale of goods. My style is that of involving everyone. And that is why I am saying our leadership will be purely on participatory and consultative leadership. And because I understand, I've been a member of parliament, and I know what members of parliament go through and how the public behave, and considering that the county government and the national government serves the same people, and knowing very well that the revenues that will be sent to the county of Meru will not even be a quarter. It's actually less than, it's around 20% of the revenues that will be retained in the by the national government. Then it is my concern and view that the Meru Leadership Summit is so important because we will be able to coordinate with my members of parliament and the county leadership, and we will be able to agree on what projects are of priority to this county that will be pushing the national government to implement in Meru, because we also need to really push and have a serious share of the national cake that is retained at the national government. So that is why this is important, and so that we also are able to avoid duplication of work, because MPs do some things that the county government is doing. So because for maximum or optimal utilization of the little resources that we have, then it's necessary for us to sit down and agree as the leaders, because we serve the same people, and these people always have taken us to be their leaders. They consult with us,